Hello, family and friends. Welcome to episode 11 of Shining Through the Pain. I am your host, Henry Wallace. At Real King Henry is my Instagram handle, along with my co-host,
Antoine Hill. My Instagram handle is ClumsyDad1.
my man. So, we doing episode 11, feeling good, good spirits, good vibes right now.
Yes, sir.
We want to introduce who we have, man. Oh, we want to thank everybody out there also. We want to thank everybody supporting us. Thank everybody for the likes and the shares and all that stuff. We really appreciate it. Really do. Really appreciate it. Spreading love and spreading information, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm having fun doing this and made me feel good to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, we came inside today, bro.
Yeah.
Last two was outside. It's hot. It's hot out there right now. But we want to give a shout out to Newell's Water Ice for allowing us to have a conversation with them the other day, man. They kept the temperature down.
Yeah, they did. Real inspiring.
Real inspiring, man. Had some good water ice. Look out for them, man. And like he said, we finally got a woman to the table today, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is a woman that I just met not too long ago. It's been probably almost a year now. I don't think God brings people into your life by mistake. I feel like at this point of our lives, man, He brings people into our lives to impact us somehow, So I met her one of my darkest moments after my son. You know what I'm saying? We just met. But very, very good person right here. And without further ado, because I just go into everything, first off, I'm welcoming Layla to the show. We definitely appreciate you today. Finally got a woman. We want a woman's point of view. So tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm a mother of 4. I'm 32. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a kids clothing boutique called The Boys Room Baby Sister Invasion, and I'm also an event planner, and that's many gifts, planning, and more. And I just dib and dab in a little bit of everything.
You make some fire t-shirts.
Oh yeah. Let's
forget
not forget the t-shirts.
Make some fire t-shirts.
I guess t-shirts.
Yeah. Young entrepreneur, huh?
Yeah, definitely welcome you, man. We definitely excited to have you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you bring a radiance about yourself, too. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice smile, good radiance for that. You know what I'm saying? We need that, man. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to ask you, were you born and raised in Cincinnati?
I was born in Springfield, Ohio, a little town, but I was raised in Cincinnati on the west side, on the west sider.
Okay. So what's the difference between Springfield and Cincinnati?
Well, Springfield is small. Everybody know everybody. I mean, no difference. It's just everybody know everybody here, so just being smaller.
Right.
Young mom, 32, huh?
Yes.
4 kids.
3 boys and 1 girl.
3 boys, 1 girl. Beautiful kids.
Thank you.
Smart kids.
Thank you.
Comes from a good mom.
Yes.
But single mom?
I'm a single mother.
How is that? Like 32, single mom, raising 4 kids in this world right now. How is that?
I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and act like everything is, it's perfect, but it has its days and it has, the good days outweigh the bad days. I mean, it's a struggle because having 3 young men growing up with a father that is deceased and with a father that is incarcerated. So it's just like you have to keep positive people in their lives, whether it's a male or a woman. And then being their mother, I got to stay on my business to make sure that they like, okay, my mother, she did her best.
Yeah.
Type thing. So.
Yeah.
So, like now you said you got 3 boys and a girl. I have a son also.
Young son.
Yeah, young son. So, we see what's going on out here, and especially right now in our communities. I mean, you see it everywhere across the, U.S., but especially in our city, these young boys, picking up these guns and these weapons and stuff, man. So you know, when you're dealing with boys and young boys, as you can see, it just seems like they're easily influenced. You know what I mean? And I mean, I guess coming up a little bit, I was kind of influenced, but I kind of straddled the fence. I knew how far to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all, you know. But I just really think these young kids and young boys, you know, they definitely need a talking to, because it's sad what's going on right now with these young men and the young women, too.
So how you keep your young sons safe?
Well, my kids aren't in sports right now, but I mean, like the boys' room is their business, so I just run it.
Hey, not to cut you off, this is another mom, you know, that brought her kids in. That's special. You know, you teaching them young, you bringing them up, you know, showing them a different way. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty dope. I want to applaud you for that, you know, but
Thank you.
yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
It's okay. But what was the question again?
The question was how you know, keep them safe and how you keep them out the way.
Just like doing many things, traveling. Like these kids aren't traveling. Like they have never been off their street.
Right.
So that is a must to get these kids out and active, even if it's at a park, even if it's at Kings Island, or just doing stuff in the home. We've been locked up for how long? Over a year. So now you gotta get these kids active.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta get them
Right.
active. And I think, you know, I also believe, you know, it's also by design, you know, how they shut down these community centers and things of this nature. And I think it's really sort of by design. These kids have no outlet, you know what I mean, nowhere to go, nowhere to think. So, you know, it's something got to be done about that, man. You know what I'm saying? It got to be done young. I remember even when we was younger, man, we had the summer camps and stuff like that. I don't even hear about that.
Jobs,
Yeah.
you know, doing neighborhood work, doing something instead of being in the house playing the game.
Yeah.
Playing the game, that all you're doing is playing the game, sleeping, eating and sleeping.
Yeah.
And then if you're not playing the game because you can't afford a game, you're outside, you know, hustling dollars to get, you know, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous on health and it's dangerous in the streets.
Yeah.
Anybody can get you snatched. Any of these kids can get snatched up trying to make a couple dollars. Parent may not know. Parent may know.
But you did something last week with your boys. You want to tell the people about that?
Last Wednesday we did a Hunk for Peace. And we gave out free waters.
That's what's up.
It was a good thing. My kids feel real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. That was very inspiring right there. So, let's go back, kind of dig in your past a little bit. So, when you were growing up, what do you remember like about your high school days and your teenage days? What stands out to you?
Okay, well, being that at 16, I came from a structured home. I had a mother and a stepmom. My mom is gay. And then my father, he was in and out, but I remember him being there. Then a lot of aunts and uncles. I got a lot of
big family.
Yeah. So, just, you know, they called us the Huxtable family. We had the 2 parts, the big house, the dog, and it was 7 kids. So, I mean, pretty much up until when I turned 16, my mother and my stepmom, they split. So, basically, when she went on my mom went on her thing, like depression, and using drugs. And she moved to Cleveland and left myself and my little brother, which was 15.
Right.
So it was just like I had to go into adult mode before I was even supposed to.
Right.
And I dropped out of high school, and then I got my GED like a couple years later. But it was just like those moments. It's like I want those moments.
Yeah.
I was a child.
You feel like you was robbed of your childhood.
Yeah, I really do.
You really had to grow up too fast.
Too fast. And then, even though my brother was under me, he was still a child as well. So I took on that mother role, making sure my brother was good. He ended up graduating. And it was like, with my help and my son's help. And then, we're not going to exclude him.
Right.
You know, he did it. And I told him, like, do it for yourself. And he was like, I'm going to do it for us. And that was just like, you know.
That's dope.
But then I turned 20. And I ended up having a child, my first child, with I would call him my elementary love.
Okay.
And we had 2 kids together. And then we split. And it was just like, I'm here out with, I have 2 kids.
So actually, you know each other about 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can dig it.
But it was like an on and off thing.
Right.
But just before the kids, I'm going to go back. Before the kids, I was in the streets. I sold drugs.
Okay.
Even my 9th grade year at Hughes, I got expelled for having a gun for protection. And that's what I'm saying. Never judge a book by its, cover, because you don't know.
Right.
Like, I've been through a lot. Even at this adulthood, I was just facing 20 years for some things that happened when I was early on in my adulthood.
Yeah. 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was a lot because it was like, I'm at this point in life, I got, this house, this car, businesses, we're doing good. And I did this by myself. Like, why me? Why now? But I needed that to let you know, like, it is going to be some distractions. But you have to deal with your past to get, for a brighter future.
You can't let nobody hold your past against you.
Yeah, you can let your past define your future. That's one thing I'm learning myself. Like right now, you can't let your past define your future.
Exactly.
Like period.
Yeah.
And I applaud you for persevering through that. You know what I mean? And your boys and your daughter saw that fight. And that's the thing about. I've never been a single mom, of course, but I salute the women, man. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all have to endure so much. We brought the candle out today. We don't sit with candles on the table, but we wanted to brighten it up a little bit for the woman, you know what I mean? But, I just want to salute the women, man. Salute you since you're here. And just all the single moms, man, for the hell you got to go through. You know what I mean? Just, it can't be easy, man. And I know there are some single dads out there to take care of their kids.
And then on top of that, hell, that ain't easy when 2 parents in the house.
Yeah.
So, that's even double the workload,
Just being a parent is like, you don't get instructions, you just pushed out there.
Just pushed out there.
And you just got to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But at 32, I can say that I did finish high school. I went back to school. A couple weeks ago, I graduated, and it was just like my kids are watching that moment.
Yeah.
They see it.
Yeah.
And they were very excited.
Yeah.
Very, very.
That's good. That's a beautiful thing. That's nice.
Thank you.
Like I say, Layla's, man, very, very, very special person. Very nice person, man. Good head on her shoulders. Just, I root for you. You know what I mean? Because I've met your kids. Your boys, and there's some good young men. But, we know my story. I lost my son to gun violence. I moved my kids away from the city. That means it can happen anywhere.
It can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, too.
Yeah.
That was a good point. You said you moved away from the city, and that's
So you two got young men. Is that one of y'all fears? How do you... I thought I protected mine.
Right.
But what are y'all doing, to protect yours? Because every day you turn on the news, man. Every single day you turn on the news. There's these kids, man. These kids are dying from gun violence. And I feel like we have to stop talking about it. And there's people that's out there, right? But we have to stop talking about it and
Be about it.
But y'all still in the game. My son, I still fear for him. He's 19 now.
Yeah, no doubt.
But still, what y'all doing to keep your kids safe?
Well, for me, like we out here, we really trying something different, trying to, be able to, I just really, like, I understand, people that got to work the 60 hours and stuff. I want to, do that. But at the same time, I feel like you just got to be hands-on with your kids. Like,
but you was telling me something earlier, bro. You know what I mean? How, your daughter out of town and everything. And your son, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely getting that one-on-one right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, like with me, you just got to just be as hands-on as possible. Like, and I understand how, people, got to work overtime and stuff of that nature, to put food on the table and do what they got to do. And sometimes, you know, when people's parents be out and they doing their overtime and stuff, you know, their parents, because they have to do what they have to do. But like you said, you don't know what your kids is out here doing. So I don't know. I mean, for me, I just think just trying to be hands-on as possible, bro. Even with my girls, you know what I'm saying? Just try to be as hands-on,
be more
and
involved.
be there, and probably like be face-to-face as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? And see, like, okay, everywhere I move, you know what I'm saying? He right there. He be seeing me, but it's not that I be trying to be able to protect him. I'm just trying to protect you from what's out in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Because you're very involved. You're very creative with your kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do a lot of projects, but like he said, you have to be there. Because my parents, they worked a lot. So my mom, she would, because her upbringing is fearing to lose something. Because her mother left her with my great-grandmother. So it was like she just constantly working. 2 to 3 jobs. It was just like, even though we had everything a child may want, but it wasn't that one-on-one. Like, she would teach us things, tell us things. We have family meetings, all that, but you just see somebody going in and out of the door, in and out of the door. So that idle time, like, you know, I know my mother loved me, but it's like, where is it at? Because all we know is you going to work, come home, do a family meeting, take us out to eat, and then you back to your one, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a vision board, and I'm gonna make sure I hit everything on that vision board this year, and I done knocked everything off of it. Like, I'm planning for 2022. So it's just like, I need my kids to be, you know, on the side of me, and you know, in front of me, back of me, everything, like with everything I do.
They with you through everything.
Yeah.
It takes a team effort. Even like we were just talking with your kids, your significant other, whoever, it still takes a team. Especially you said you've been an entrepreneur, you know, and my man, you know, getting an entrepreneur and things of that nature. It's like, so it do take a team, because I can't do this by myself. You can't do nothing by yourself. So you definitely got to have that support system.
That's why I say the village.
Yeah.
The village.
Yeah. So one thing we gonna do, man, like you say, we gonna be about it. So we gonna have a youth day. You know, we gonna have it's just talked about it really, but I would call it a Shining Through the Pain Youth Day. You know what I'm saying? Coming up real soon. Everybody be on the lookout for it. You know, we're gonna be looking for sponsors. It's just to get out, because these days, man, we can't tell a kid to just stay in a child's place. Because kids they're exposed to too much these days.
Way too much.
You know what I mean? So we have to get out there and we have to talk to them, and not talk at them, right?
Not talk at them, and like you said, they're exposed so much. Way too much.
Yeah.
Because back then, everything was swept under the rug, and whatever happens in this house stays in this house. And now these kids, everybody feel like, oh, you know, they out of control. It's because they want to break those generational curses. Like, they have a voice, they just don't know how to use it, because they feel like every time we voice them, we just getting yelled at. And, you know, or you a kid. You just, you know.
You can't do that.
They are human.
Yes.
And then, like you said, also, you can't talk to them like a kid, because they 10 years old and they know so much, because they see so much and watching so much social media and so much of this and that, so they know more than you think they know. So I don't take nothing for granted. I think my kids don't know. I think, because hell, I be up sleep. If I'm asleep and they up, you know, we older now. I like 1 o'clock, my kids be up all night. They don't God knows what they watching.
Right. And that's the thing. You know, you and your child should have a relationship too. Being open. They shouldn't have to hide or sneak stuff. You know, be scared to tell you stuff. That's what I provide with my kids. I look through their phone. And if I see something I don't like, you don't have a phone right now. You're gonna learn. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not just gonna take it and you wondering. So that was another thing. Like, growing up, my mother and my stepmom was real big on, you know, staying in a child place. But knowing that you have rights and a voice. So.
You're very, very passionate about kids. You know what I mean?
I love kids. I work with kids. I worked in Cincinnati public schools, daycares, just being the voice. Like, these kids are heroes. We are just the voices.
That's good.
Leading the way.
I like that.
So, you know, and then, so what is the main thing you teach your kids about entrepreneurship and like finances? You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, everybody be out working together, so that stuff That stuff you need to really share.
Yeah.
Well, I teach them one thing about being responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Being, like you can spend, but saving.
Yeah.
Saving.
Yeah.
You know, when kids get money, they just want to
Yeah.
save.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, you have to save.
Yeah.
They're just going to be out here just messed up.
You just learned that.
Mm-hmm.
And being consistent.
Yeah.
Don't start something without finishing it through.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay to mess up. Go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Because I'm big on that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to work on that with myself. But,
Right.
And then just love what you do.
Right.
When you love what you do, you make magic.
That's dope.
I can dig that.
That's dope. Very creative with your event planner, man. You
Thank
know,
you.
check her out. How can people get in contact with you? You know, they got summertime, everybody outside. So how can they get in contact with you so you can get with one of the best event planners in the city? You know what I'm saying? And everything else you do, man.
Well, they can contact me on Facebook at Layla Heflin, Instagram Layla versus Lay, and then my business pages are Many Gifts of Party and Event Planning, LLC, and then The Boys Room, Baby Sister Invasion on Facebook as well and Instagram.
Yeah, that's dope,
All right,
man.
all right,
That's
that's what's
dope.
up. But I want to go back to one more thing. When we doing the Sign to the Pain kids ride, let's dig a little bit more into that, man. You know what I'm saying? What are we planning on doing? What's the route we taking?
So pretty much, like I say, man, me and Layla, we talked about it. You know what I mean? And I have a daycare center, right? So I already deal with the kids. And honestly, as one of the owners, I probably don't deal. I know I don't deal with the kids enough. But I have a daycare center because I want to make a difference in the community. You know, so I feel like having a shining through the pain youth day, it's just making a difference. And we located at 3312 Warsaw over in Price Hill, right in the middle of the hood. You know, people come up and down. Man, I just feel like we should just be out there amongst the people. And we should be out there just trying to shine a positive light, you know? So just getting out there, mingling with the kids. We're going to provide some food, you know, pizza, you know, chips, and have some games. Like I say, we got one of the best event planners in the city. So she going to set it up, you know what I mean? And just get out there, man, because we have to. We're adults. Totally different ball game than what these kids used to play, man.
We
What
see
they're
what's
playing,
going
man.
on.
Yes.
Like, our eyes is open. Like we
Yes.
see, you know,
Yes.
If you in tune, and you know what's going on. Like you said, you know your situation. You got boys, I got boys, and then we just seeing these, you know. So
We got
we
to
know what's
protect the
going on.
babies, right?
Gotta protect them somehow, somewhere.
And a lot of times, and even me, I've turned my nose up against it. You know what I mean? But really, man, if we keep turning our backs towards it, we ain't gonna have no more kids.
Yeah.
So we gotta protect them. We gotta get out there, man. We got to get out there, man. We're going to get out there.
Yeah, we gonna get out there.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact.
Yes, sir.
We gonna speak it into existence.
Yes, sir. So watch out for them guys, and you know what I mean. Watch out for them one dudes, like I said. Watch out for us, cause we're gonna be out here, man. You know, even when it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Even when it's hot.
Yeah, man. We're gonna make sure I get out here and make a difference. We are gonna make a difference.
Yes, sir, man.
Gotta stand for something.
Yeah. So another good one, bro.
Yeah.
And Layla, I appreciate you, man.
Oh, she's gonna be on here a few more
Yeah.
times, 'cause we all about
Yeah.
to go in business together.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah.
She don't even know it.
Yeah, I appreciate you for real.
Thank you.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you for sure.
I say it a lot, but I can say it on camera, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And that thank you goes a long way, man. You know, and maybe one day we'll share our experiences together. You know what I mean? But thank you, man. So as we always do, man, we close it out with our Monday morning motivation. And of course, right, we gotta let the ladies go first.
That's a fact.
Yes, sir. So, Layla, what's your Monday morning motivation?
Just be a better you than what you were yesterday.
That's good. I can dig it. My Monday morning motivation is you need to find something to stand for. You need to have something, you know. You gotta have something to stand for. You know what I mean? I'm all about family.
Yes,
and
sir.
kids, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So if you ain't got nothing that you standing for or something that you know that you really strongly believe, I suggest you find it and find peace with it, inner peace with it. You see what I'm saying? I'm all about family and friends. Like I said, I cherish my relationships.
Yeah.
So like I said, if you cherish family like I do and value friendship and stuff like I do, you that's my morning motivation, man. You'll find some inner peace, man. I find inner peace with my family and friends.
That's dope, man. My Monday morning motivation is episode 11, right? We keep going, man. We keep grinding, bro.
Man, we grinding.
We're getting better and better, man. We thank all our supporters. Continue to like and share. Continue to watch. Because, man, this is fun, man. But I'm doing a lot, right? We're doing a lot. You should sit around a lot. This is the most I've ever moved. Yeah. And this is the time when I really should have laid down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Losing my son, man, tragic. Tragic. This is when I should have laid down. But it's just propelled me, man. Just moved me forward, man. So my Monday morning motivation is the great Sean Puffy Coon, what he says? Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? Can't stop, won't stop, man. We gonna keep going, man.
I can dig it.
We gonna keep going, man. So like I said, man, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all continue to watch, and peace and love to everybody.
Peace.